The Huyang guards were all very tense and fearful. The leading commander, although he was an eternal true god, could not help but feel his heart tremble in fear instinctively at the sight of 139 super-large legion treasures. He was afraid too. What is our purpose in coming to Huyang City? Haha. Among the many super-large legion treasures, one super-large plant-based treasure burst into laughter, its rolling laughter generating terrifying sound waves that swept over the Huyang guards. The Huyang guards were all blown far away by the impact. The leading commander too was sent flying, utterly unconcerned about losing face. This is a serious situation now. The visitors mean harm. As he was thrown, the commander also realized the peril Huyang City was in. Merely relying on Huyang Legion in front of 139 super-large legion treasures, we stand no chance. Such a powerful force coming over, and not fearing the deterrence of the Marquis of Zhejiang, is probably sent from Shi Kingdom. Anyone with a bit of insight could guess that. A powerful force forcibly entering a Primal Chaos Prefecture, the godly kings of Yu Kingdom would be furious. An active invasion of their territory could powderize them within a day. That's also why previously the Heartshadow Sect couldn't find a foothold in the land of origin. The land of the entire land of origin had already been divided among various divine kingdoms and major powers. Only representing Shi Kingdom, would Heartshadow Sect's invasion into Zhejiang Primal Chaos Prefecture represent a conflict between two countries. At the city owner's mansion there was however panic at the moment. Bad. It's the Heartshadow Sect. The visitors mean harm, they are likely to attack the city owner's mansion. The divine power incarnations of the leaders of the 5 great families gathered here, looking at the scene monitoring the whole city, they also saw the entire imposing army of the Heartshadow Sect. Originally the Heartshadow Sect defended the great Saint Jiyuan, who personally went to the Heartshadow Sect's gates. 3 primal chaos realms from Heartshadow Sect resisted the great Saint Jiyuan using the formation. That battle, one of the Heartshadow Sect's 3 primal chaos realms was killed, the other 2 fled. Even now they can only hide in the shadows, not daring to appear publicly, Commander Moli Xiao grimaced. Since then the Heartshadow Sect has been in complete decline, even splitting apart. The Lord of Huyang City nodded. The declining Heartshadow Sect was then recruited by Marquis Lu Yin, and has been under his protection until today. Their coming here today undoubtedly means that Marquis Lu Yin is behind it. Marquis Lu Yin, in the entirety of Shi Kingdom, was one of the strongest few in the Primal Chaos realm, his path of growth already one of blood and fire, and that of dark catastrophe. Never fearing strong enemies. Protecting the weakened Heartshadow Sect was something even the great Saint Jiyuan did not bother about. The great Saint Jiyuan was mild-tempered, unwilling to initiate a life-and-death battle if not provoked. The message has already been reported to the Marquis, an elderly man with white hair said. The Marquis instructed us to first hold the city owner's mansion. Hold the city owner's mansion? Only by relying on the city owner's mansion can we hold off for a while. They all felt bitterness in their hearts. The whole of Huyang City, just like a super-large mechanical treasure, its core being the city owner's mansion. Even the likes of Shui Yun Yu Tiansu had never thought to breach into the city owner's mansion. Depending on the uniqueness of the city owner's mansion, they had the confidence to hold for some time. Outside of the city owner's mansion, they had absolutely no confidence in resisting the Heartshadow Sect. Let the core of the 5 great families first retreat into the city owner's mansion. Heartshadow Sect might directly start the battle. The 5 great families were very anxious. Even with the help of the city owner's mansion, they only dared to say hold on. The power difference between the two sides was too great. Thousands of large flying boats had a terrifying presence, along with 139 super-large mechanical secret treasures flying in the air. Their might deterred the Huyang guards from approaching, causing not a single unit from Huyang's 10 great legions to dare intercept. Whoosh, whoosh. Suddenly 2 divine power incarnations descended. It was the Lord of Huyang City and Commander Moli Xiao themselves. At that moment the many super-large mechanical secret treasures, all focused on the 2 of them, along with the thousands of flying boats, the numerous eternal true gods inside, and a multitude of true gods of void space all looking over, this invisible pressure startled the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. True to being a sect founded by a godly king even in decline, they still have thousands of eternal true gods. The Lord of Huyang City inwardly gasped. He wasn't surprised. Heartshadow Sect in its completeness, guarded by 3 primal chaos realms, had tens of thousands of eternal true gods, its faction's foundation covering 3 primal chaos prefectures, firmly rooted with treasures left by a godly king. Only afterward, having offended the great Saint Jiyuan, did they split and decline. Despite that, no one dared to underestimate Heartshadow Sect. Because the 2 primal chaos realms in hiding might break through in strength someday, no longer fearing the great Saint Jiyuan, and at that time Heartshadow Sect could rise again. Members of Heartshadow Sect, the Lord of Huyang City spoke. A man with 3 eyes flew out from a flying boat, showing himself and smiling. Heartshadow Sect Feng Yuqi greets the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. So, it's the sect leader of Heartshadow Sect, the Lord of Huyang City said. With such a grand presence, what does Heartshadow Sect plan to do in Huyang City? Sigh. The 3-eyed man sighed softly. My Heartshadow Sect in such decline has searched the world, yet it's hard to find a founding place for our sect. We came to Huyang City just seeking a temporary place to settle. At this moment, 139 super-large mechanical secret treasures looked down upon the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. Even if the three-eyed man sounded pitiful, the lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao couldn't trust him. Merely seeking a place to settle, why such a grand scale? Please constrain your disciples, Sect Leader of Heartshadow, so as not to affect Huyang City, the lord of Huyang City said. I will do my best to restrain my disciples, the three-eyed man smiled. I won't accompany the two of you anymore, I still need to arrange for my disciples. After all, with so many disciples of Heartshadow Sect, the arrangement is troublesome. He spoke and then directly returned to the large flying boat nearby. The lord of Huyang City and Commander Moli Xiao looked at each other, only able to temporarily dissipate this divine power incarnation. Inside the flying boat, the three-eyed man with an indifferent expression, sent a telepathic order, proceed with the plan. Yes. Thousands of large flying boats and numerous super-large mechanical treasures moved at once, their might terrifying. Sect Leader, I had felt from the beginning that we should attack the city owner's mansion with the force of thunder. An elder communicated telepathically, each of the 18 elders already controlling a super-large legion mechanical treasure. A large city has been built over endless years. The most central part is the city owner's mansion. It's not so easy to conquer, said the three-eyed man. Even if we conquer it, I fear the Heartshadow Sect will also suffer some casualties. Our opponent in this great battle is not the more than 100 eternal true gods from the 5 great families of the city owner's mansion at this moment, but rather the large armies under the Marquis of Zhejiang. What the sect leader said is wise, another elder agreed. We must conserve enough strong forces. The stronger our forces, the more the Marquis Luin will rely on us. And if we are significantly weakened in the fight with the large army of Marquis Zhejiang, our position under Marquis Luin will also be lowered. Exactly. The three-eyed man continued, the strongest army in Zhejiang Primal Chaos Prefecture is not in Huyang City, but in Zhejiang City. Moreover, Marquis Zhejiang might also call upon some powerful eternal true gods from other parts of Yu Kingdom. Thus we must act cautiously. Sect Leader, a cold voice came. War sometimes requires a thunderous strike instilling fear in them. Sufficient deterrence is needed to make the armies under Marquis Zhejiang truly wary. You may not want the sect's disciples to suffer too many casualties, but when vying for our sect's foundation, we cannot be tender-hearted and soft-handed. Our Heartshadow Sect has reached this stage. We must be cautious and united at every step. The three-eyed man expressed his headache over the strongest Elder Hearteye, who did not share his view. I am just speaking privately to the sect leader, said Elder Hearteye, clearly disagreeing with the sect leader. Given his temperament, he would have destroyed the city owner's mansion at the first chance, willing to bear some casualties to completely occupy Huyang City first. If Marquis Zhejiang dared send a large army, then slaughter. Slaughter until Marquis Zhejiang hesitates, slaughter until Marquis Zhejiang feels the pain. As for the casualties of sect disciples? For the future of the sect, it's all worth it. Since the two venerable ancestors stand with the sect leader, it's fine. This Feng Yuqi may be tender-hearted and soft-handed, but he is also wholeheartedly devoted to the sect. Elder Hearteye, constrained by the instructions from 2 Primal Chaos Realm ancestors, could only hold it in. Luo Feng, who was inside Dreamflower Tower, also received a continuous stream of messages. At this moment, every faction within Huyang City was somewhat panic-stricken, feeling that the entire city could face significant upheaval. Heartshadow Sect's large army has arrived at Huyang City? With 139 super-large legion mechanical treasures? With thousands of eternal true gods. Luo Feng was stunned as he heard this and he immediately called to his servant nearby, Luo-sa, let's go out and take a look. Has something big happened? Morosa, still eating meat, reluctantly stopped to follow his master outward. Moyu Qingyan, Dreamflower Tower Master, also went out together. Whoosh. Soaring into the sky, Luo Feng looked from afar and, despite the Huyang City formation's influence, could still see through the air and spy on the thousands of flying boats and numerous super-large legion mechanical treasures of the Heartshadow Sect. Impressive force, Luo Feng admired. Worthy of a sect established by a godly king, decayed to this day, it remains so formidable. The Heartshadow Sect is a standard godly king sect. At its peak, it was also regarded as a significant power with countless disciples. The Duandong River lineage, perhaps the ancestors found training disciples too troublesome, since it was transmitted from one to the next, with the previous Duandong River dying in the universe ocean. Fortunately, Luo Feng succeeded and continued the lineage, becoming the 193rd Duandong River. Heartshadow Sect has come. Huyang City is likely to undergo a significant change. The Dreamflower Tower Master was somewhat anxious. Their first target would also be the city owner's mansion. Luo Feng observed from a distance when suddenly his expression changed. This is bad. Master, what's the matter? Morosa asked, and Moyu Qingyan along with Dreamflower Tower Master were also puzzled. The Heartshadow Sect's army is heading straight for the center of Huyang City, and they're currently invading the Primal Chaos Armor Sector's cave mansions, Luo Feng said urgently. Come on, let's hurry back. Don't let them occupy my cave mansion. Occupying cave mansions? Morosa was startled. Immediately, Luo Feng, along with Morosa and Moyu Qingyan, boarded the flying boat and traveled through the void towards his own cave mansion. Within the bounds of Huyang City, traveling short distances through the void was not a difficult task for Luo Feng. At this moment, the entire city owner's mansion at the center of Huyang City was in chaos. The elites of the 5 great families had already retreated to the city owner's mansion. The Heartshadow Sect is attacking? Moli Feiyun and Diarongqi were among the hustling core group of the 5 great families. The sisters looked outside, only aware of the dire situation. Father, senior brother Gaowu and the others are preparing for battle, Moli Feiyun said, worried. Don't worry, the city owner's mansion is not so easily conquered, Diarongqi reassured. At this moment, the elite of the 5 great families, including the Huyang Legion and Huyang Guards, had mostly retreated to the city owner's mansion, with only a few still garrisoning the 3 major sacred areas. The Heartshadow Sect claimed they were looking for a foothold, yet now they are headed straight for the city owner's mansion, an old man with white hair observed from afar. Is a battle about to start? The clan leader of the Meiwu clan said worriedly. All we can do now is face it, the lord of Huyang City declared. As branches of great families, they came to Huyang City to lead comfortable lives. Who would want to fight to the death? Yet, entangled in a conflict between 2 nations, they dared not surrender. On the side of the city owner's mansion, whether it was the direct descendants of the 5 great families who were eternal true gods or the numerous vassal eternal true gods, there were only about 100 eternal true gods in total. Even with the unique advantages of the city owner's mansion, whether they could hold it was uncertain. The lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao, and others looked on from afar, only to see the troops of Heartshadow Sect moving decisively towards the cave mansions in the neighboring Primal Chaos Armor Sector. This cave mansion now belongs to the Heartshadow Sect. Move out quickly. This cave mansion, we the Heartshadow Sect claim it. One after another, the cave mansions were directly occupied. Among them, the cave mansion belonging to the Zhu clan covered a vast area, ranking among the top few super-large cave mansions in the Primal Chaos Armor Sector, much larger than Luo Feng's smaller cave mansion. Originally, it was formed by purchasing multiple cave mansions together. Esteemed members of the Heartshadow Sect, this is the ancestral land of the Zhu clan, the clan leader Zhu who personally stepped forward, followed by 5 eternal true gods who were quite pleasing and respectful. My Zhu clan is willing to offer treasures in exchange for preserving our ancestral land. What of the ancestral land? Suddenly, a massive golden eye descended, its voice thunderous. The giant golden eye fixed on Zhu who causing him to tremble with fear. He felt a threat of death. Move out quickly or none of the Zhu clan will be spared, the massive golden eye declared. And about your so-called offering of treasures? Let me see them. If the treasures are not precious enough, you don't need to move out. Just die here instead. The frail old Zhu whose face, marked with green secret patterns, twisted. Behind him, the 5 eternal true gods of his clan felt somewhat desperate. Fine, we will move out immediately, Zhu who could only endure, not daring to resist in the slightest, while also obediently offering the treasures. Whose cave mansion is that? A super-large legion mechanical treasure looked towards Luo Feng's smaller cave mansion. Master Uncle, that is the cave mansion of Lord Luo He, a disciple reported. Lord Luo He of the River God? The super-large legion mechanical treasure observed the inconspicuous small cave mansion with a bit of wariness. Uncle Master, the sect leader has long since ordered that Lord Luo He's cave mansion must not be touched, a disciple said. I know. Though the Heartshadow Sect's army seemed to march with unstoppable force, wantonly seizing one cave mansion after another. Before they left the Shi Kingdom, they had thoroughly investigated the details of Huyang City. They were crystal clear about the owner of every cave mansion in the Primal Chaos Armor Sector. Cave mansion number 913 of the Primal Chaos Armor had long been marked on their list as one not to be seized. I am the Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master of the Huyang City branch. You want to seize my cave mansion? The Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master, with a huge solitary eye, rebuked the disciples of the Heartshadow Sect who descended upon the place. A super-large mechanical treasure patrolling high in the sky immediately turned its attention towards him, and a cold voice rang out, Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master of the Huyang City branch, if you don't want to die, scram quickly. The Cloud Treasure Pavilion Master looked up, locked eyes with the super-large mechanical treasure, and involuntarily trembled, only to reluctantly lower his head. Fine, I'll move. With a wave of his hand, he quickly gathered some commonly used items from within the cave mansion and took 2 old servants with him before leaving indifferently. The rest of his subordinates were also scared and quickly fled the cave mansion. I am Vice Chairman Cho Shirsan, of the Qianshi Commerce Association's Huyang City branch. A stern-looking elder surveyed his surroundings. Are you even going to seize my cave mansion? Vice Chairman Cho. A super-large plant life form slowly descended, its voice much gentler. Please don't make it difficult for us. If you continue to live here once war breaks out, you will also be easily affected, don't you agree? The stern-looking elder eyed the other party. In terms of background, within Huyang City, the only one that surpassed Qianshi Commerce Association was the exceedingly aloof Flame Wind Pavilion. We will not disrupt the business of the Qianshi Commerce Association, but your eternal true gods at the Qianshi Commerce Association should not get involved in this war either. The super-large plant life form continued to persuade patiently. The stern-looking elder understood that if the branch of the Commerce Association were to be destroyed, headquarters might be enraged. But the seizure of cave mansions belonging to their eternal true gods would be considered trivial, not even worthy of being reported to headquarters. The Qianshi Commerce Association's business spreads across numerous kingdoms. A branch in a large city is very inconspicuous. Moreover, the godly kings backing the Qianshi Commerce Association were also unwilling to get involved in the dispute between the Shi Kingdom and Yu Kingdom easily. Fine, I'll move. the stern-looking elder could only swallow his pride. Luo Feng, carrying Morosa and Moyu Qingyan, quickly returned to his cave mansion. Wow, it's quite lively here. Morosa stood atop the mountain, looking around at the surroundings, and with his strength, he could naturally see every cave mansion in the Primal Chaos Armor Sector without being affected by the grand array of Huyang City. Heartshadow Sect is frantically seizing cave mansions. Luo Feng was also at the mountaintop with the leisure to look around. Whether it's the local families, dark forces, or the divisions of major powers with a background, all the cave mansions in the Primal Chaos Armor Sector have been taken. Master, they haven't taken our cave mansion. Moyu Qingyan noted the massive flying boat and the super-large mechanical treasures in the distance, feeling quite tense. Morosa curled his lips. Don't be impressed by their bluster. They're actually quite smart to know who not to provoke. Don't boast. Heartshadow Sect is not an easy rival, Luo Feng said with a smile. The conflict between Marquis Lu Yin and Marquis of Zhejiang. There was no need for him to get involved. To him, growth was of the utmost importance. The three most ancient masters of the Shi Kingdom were his true enemies. Brother Luo He. The Lord of Huyang City contacted Luo Feng using the transmission token. City Lord, you're contacting me for a matter? Luo Feng took out the transmission token with a flip of his hand. Brother Luo He must have seen it too, the sudden arrival of Heartshadow Sect in Huyang City. They are too strong and my city owner's mansion can't withstand them, the Lord of Huyang City communicated. The Marquis will soon dispatch reinforcements, but what's imperative now is to defend the city owner's mansion. The city owner's mansion is the core of the entire Huyang City. The three forbidden lands are critical as they are tied to the grand array of Huyang City. But the city owner's mansion is truly the core of the super-gigantic mechanical city of Huyang and can unleash terrifying power. Even if the Heartshadow Sect, with such strength, were to forcefully attack the city owner's mansion, it would result in some casualties. City Lord, with my lone power, how could I possibly resist a vast sect like Heartshadow Sect? Luo Feng communicated back, I'm not strong enough. No eternal true god in Yu Kingdom has the power to resist the entire Heartshadow Sect alone. But if you come to the city owner's mansion with your help, we will definitely be able to hold the city owner's mansion securely, the Lord of Huyang City communicated. To hide with you in the city owner's mansion? Luo Feng communicated, I'm just an independent eternal true god, really unwilling to get completely entangled in this. As an eternal true god, if I get involved in the strife between Marquis Lu Yin and Marquis of Zhejiang, who knows when I might die. You need not worry, the Primal Chaos Overlord will not bully the weak during the conflict between two countries, the Lord of Huyang City communicated. As long as you are willing to help, any condition can be discussed. Any condition can be discussed? Luo Feng asked, how about 1 billion cosmic sand? Name your price to hire me and I'm naturally willing to help. 1 billion cosmic sand? The Lord of Huyang City was somewhat startled. This Lord Luo he was truly audacious. Such a vast fortune would surely make the Primal Chaos Overlord flinch. Despite having a territory that ensured a steady income, the Primal Chaos Overlord also needed to maintain a large number of subordinates, nurture the younger members of his clan, and spend on personal cultivation. They generally would not keep an excessive reserve of assets. It was fundamental to expend savings on enhancing one's own strength. Being able to carry several billion cosmic sand was already quite good. Some Primal Chaos Overlords who lived hand to mouth, spending nearly all their income, would struggle to immediately produce even 1 billion cosmic sand. This price is not at all expensive, Luo Feng stated. I must report to the Marquis first. The Lord of Huyang City dared not agree on his own. The previous bounty for Divine Monarch Shui Yun was just 10 million cosmic sand. 30 to 50 million cosmic sand was enough to summon the strongest eternal true gods of the Yu Kingdom to join the battle, which was the normal going rate. Of course, it also depended on whether the other party had enough time and was willing to come. You go report to the Marquis first, Luo Feng said, then cut off the transmission. This price isn't high at all. My strength could be even stronger than the strongest eternal true gods of the Yu Kingdom, Luo Feng mused quietly. Of course it was only slightly stronger. Although he possessed a perfect divine body, Luo Feng only planned to exert the strength close to the limit of the unlimited godly body. This conformed to normal logic. After all, there had been no cultivators with a perfect divine body in the land of origin before. If the strength he revealed totally exceeded the eternal true god domain, much stronger than the prodigies from the two great ancient countries, it would likely raise suspicions among some ancient beings. My strength must appear normal. It must align with logical normalcy, Luo Feng cautioned himself. He bore the hope of revenge from his mentor, the mountain-sitting guest, and carried the future of the human race. Inside his small universe alone, countless humans lived and procreated. He had to be careful, never careless with each step. Master, nearly all the cave mansions around have been taken over. Morosa observed the surroundings. Only the 5 great families' mansions and the masters remain. The Heartshadow Sect does act quite domineeringly. Marquis of Zhejiang won't just stand by and watch, Luo Feng said. In the original mansion of the Zhu clan, this location served as a temporary gathering place for the higher-ups of the Heartshadow Sect. The Sect Leader and the 18 elders congregated here. Sect Leader, in the Primal Chaos Armor Sector, only the mansions of the 5 great families and the small mansion of Lord Luo He remain, one elder spoke. Should we make a move on the mansions of the 5 great families? There's no hurry. The man with 3 eyes surveyed the elders. Right now we need to first appease the two major threats within Huyang City. One is the Flame Wind Pavilion, and the other is Lord Luo He. The 18 elders all listened. The Flame Wind Pavilion is established by a coalition of the strongest forces of the Flame Wind ancient country. No matter how the war unfolds, we must maintain respect for the Flame Wind Pavilion. We cannot give them any reason to intervene, the three-eyed man said. Understood. We would be insane to provoke the Flame Wind Pavilion. All of the 18 elders were well aware that although the Flame Wind Pavilion did not interfere in the conflicts of other nations, it also did not tolerate provocation. Those who dared to provoke would face consequences far more terrible than provoking the Great Saint Jiyuan. Having affronted Great Saint Jiyuan before, Heartshadow Sect saw 3 of its Primal Chaos Realm members, 1 dead, 2 fled, and the sect declined. Provoking the Flame Wind Pavilion would leave no escape. The Master of the Shi Kingdom might personally take action, capturing them alive to present to the Flame Wind Pavilion for disposal. I will personally visit the Flame Wind Pavilion, the three-eyed man declared. The Flame Wind Pavilion has the most terrifying background within the city, and the strongest within the city is Lord Luo He. According to the plan, Elder Hearteye will visit. Leave it to me, Elder Blind said calmly. Just as deep in their respective realms, Elder Blind's numerous inheritances were certainly much stronger than those of Divine Monarch Shui Yun. Remember, do not make enemies, the three-eyed man instructed Elder Blind. Don't worry, I know what to do, Elder Blind nodded. There was no choice. The other elders among the 18 elders simply didn't dare to visit Lord Luo He. They feared that a disagreement might lead to being killed by Lord Luo He. If they merely sent a divine power incarnation for the visit, it would seem disrespectful. Thus, sending Elder Hearteye was the most appropriate. When Heartshadow Sect was at its peak, ruling over 3 Primal Chaos prefectures, Elder Hearteye was the most powerful eternal true god. After the decline of the sect, Elder Hearteye traveled and cultivated throughout the land of origin up to the present, accumulating even greater depth. Soon, Elder Blind, accompanied by 2 disciples, made a secret visit to the exterior of Luo Feng's cave mansion. Primal Chaos Armor Sector 913. Elder Blind looked at the mansion. 1 disciple beside him knocked on the door. As the knock resounded, an invisible fluctuation spread outward, and the disciple also spoke up. Representative of the Heartshadow Sect, Elder Heart, has come to visit Lord Luo He. The door quickly opened. Moyu Qingyan smiled. My master has been awaiting you. Elder Blind looked up, sensing the terrifying presence not far from the mountain peak. Indeed, an unlimited godly body, Elder Blind could feel the immense and boundless aura, as if it were never ending. Every time he faced an unlimited godly body, Elder Blind's emotions were complex. Coming from humble origins, he began his cultivation path through bloodline methods. Even though he later showed dazzling talent, his godly body was no match for the unlimited godly body. Even with Heartshadow Sect's nurturing and biased allocation of resources, and his bloodline becoming sufficiently mighty, it was still a notch below the unlimited godly body. It was quite rare for individuals like Yu Tiansu who had bloodline-based godly bodies, to be comparable to unlimited godly bodies. What of the unlimited godly body? More than one with such a body has fallen to my hand. Elder Blind took a stride and whoosh, was already at the mountain peak, with his 2 disciples swiftly following. Luo Feng sat in front of the pavilion at the mountain summit, leisurely drinking, watching as a blind man with 2 disciples approached. Luo Feng could sense that the blind man's aura was restrained, the hidden boundless sharpness somewhat startling Luo Feng. His hidden boundless sharpness actually threatens my realm of life and death. The realm of life and death was Luo Feng's combination of 3 moves from his pathway of life and death in the Primal Chaos realm, forming an invisible domain. Elder Hearteye, honored to meet Lord Luo He, Elder Blind spoke, his 2 disciples respectfully following suit. I have long heard of Elder Hearteye's great name. Please have a seat, Luo Feng said with a smile. Qingyan served the wine. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming great videos.